All right, welcome to my new recording studio. Finally got the coin board set up, painted a bit of stuff. Still a little bit of an echo in here. I'm still getting some stuff sorted after Origin Canine's gone offshore. However, I'm super pumped that I finally got this fucking coin board up on the wall. A mate of mine, Tyson Clark, made it. It's fucking awesome. It's hands down the best one I've ever had / seen, I reckon. Because I've been holding onto this board for about a year, and I got all these different coins I've been given by different people, just really cool stories, stuff that I really value, and I'm like, man, I just want to display this stuff, and up the top you can see there I've got this dagger from a vessel called the MV Crate, and it carried Australian Special Forces to a couple of missions in the Second World War, and it's made from the original timber from the ship when it was being remade down at Canberra. Anyway, I digress. So what I want to talk about today is a lot of the time when you are in your crisis, especially if you come from a place like the military first responder kind of world, you obviously have a high degree of value on your competence, your ability to do things, competence and confidence, your ability to do things, how good you are at your job, etc., etc. Because you are a certain kind of person that can do that job. So when you find yourself in a place of crisis and you find yourself looking at who you used to be, the division or the divide rather can be further than you would like it to be, right? And it can be very confronting. So you'll be thinking, I used to be this person that could do this kind of job, and I would save people, help people, shoot bad guys, whatever it is. And now I'm going through these fucking horrendous, nightmares or crying or relationship breakdowns or not confidence, depression, anxiety, whatever it is that you're going through. And to see the stark contrast between the two is very confronting. Now, I'll give you an example, right? So when I was in probably the worst part of my crisis a few years ago, in about 2019, my partner and I went on this cruise. And I've always been a really confident, outgoing, outspoken, confident dude, right? But at that time, I was pretty downtrodden. I was dealing with depression, a bit of anxiety, really doubting myself at work and actually underperforming at work. Obviously, this is post-suicide attempt and whatnot, so everything was public. But we're on this cruise, and they did this games night sort of thing. And they got somebody to get up from the audience to go on the stage. And this dude got up and they wanted him to sing or dance or something. He did a great job. It was awesome. And it was funny, crowds laughing. He was fucking killing it on the stage. And I remember sitting there thinking, I was like, fuck this guy. I used to be that guy. I'd be the guy that was like, I want to be the center of attention. I'll get up and fucking dance like a monkey on the stage, right? And this other dude was up there doing it. When normally that's the kind of guy that I would be, right? And it may not be the same metric as, I can't do the job that I used to do as well as I did, but it was still a statement about who I used to be and what I wanted to still be. Now, obviously, I still love to be the center of attention. I still dance around like a monkey in a metaphorical sense. So now I am back to being that same person, but a better version of that person now. But back then, when I could see the stark contrast between the two, it was super fucking confronting. And it was a massive hit to my ego, to my pride, to my sense of identity and my sense of self. And I think that what you're going to find is when you're in the worst part of your crisis and you're looking externally or you're remembering back to who you used to be and you're like, man, I used to be XYZ person, or I used to be, I used to do XYZ kind of things, but now you don't because you're all fucked up in a crisis. Man, what you need to do is you need to give yourself a whole lot of fucking slack, treat yourself with a lot of compassion, and you've got to realise that whilst you're in this crisis, some stuff is going to be on pause, some stuff will not be the same ever again, and some things are going to be better later on, right? So accept that right now, that yes, you used to be a certain type of person. Right this very second, when you're in the worst part of your crisis, you are not. Does not mean that you cannot be again. And I guarantee that when you go through this thing and you learn all your lessons and you come out the other side, you can go back to being the same person, but I guarantee that you're going to be a better version of who you were before. So while you're in it right now and all you've got is the past as a reference because in your mind there's no future, remember that there is a future. You just don't know what it is yet. And your only frame of reference is what you used to be. So now it's time to sit here in the present, realize you've got to have a rest, take stock, and start to build those tiny little steps and start doing that hard work to be that better version of you in the future.